baking classes. There are some lovely culinary schools now in India. When I was growing up and I was studying, we didn't have that luxury. There was probably one or at best two, and now you have so much choice. So I think learning is a lifelong process. So it doesn't matter what age you are or when you start. But going to culinary school, even if it's just for a day, for a weekend, for a month, 2 months, 3 months, whatever you can, I think it's nice to go to a school, because you can experiment on your own, but you should also go to school, because that provides you some kind of structure. It gives you direction, and it will give you a vast experience of meeting people in the industry, as well as learning from experts, which you don't have that when you are just experimenting at home or from an online class. It's very different.
She has a follow-up question, Kainaz, quickly before she has to head off. How do you check for quality and consistency with every brownie batch of yours? Now that you have so many stores, I'm sure the recipe is no longer a secret. How do you assure that there are no copycat brands?
So first question, we don't make the brownie in each store. We centralize the process in each city we are in. We have one central kitchen in each city that we are present in. And those recipes are highly process driven, and not reliant on just the chefs, but it's reliant on a process. And that brings consistency. And as far as the recipe goes, guarding the recipe, well, recipes are only guidelines. And if every chef guarded their recipe and never shared it, we would never have culinary books, and we would never have culinary, experiments to have. So don't run after secret recipes. Just focus on baking good food with good ingredients, and really that's at the heart of it. And the Theobroma brownie recipe is in our book, by the way. It's the exact same recipe that we use. We've not changed anything.
How do you find the right people to employ for your baking team?
We always hire the attitude, not the candidate. And that really is as simple as it is. Some of my senior bakers have never been to culinary school. They've never come from a cooking background. And some have, of course, now as we grow, we look for a different profile. But when we started, a lot of the people in my kitchen never had worked in a kitchen before. So...
in our book, we've written about a few of our staff, and I think they're really good stories. There are stories about people who came into our lives as a pot washer and they've headed the brownie department, or people who have built the business. As Kainaz initially said, her family helped her, but actually it is every person who's worked in the business that together has created this brand and every brownie that comes out of our kitchens every day. And I think the stories that we have shared are truly, I think they're very inspiring because it shows that there are people who can make a big contribution wherever they are starting out, and they can learn on the job. So, you don't have to go to a big culinary school to have a career in food anymore. You can learn on the job, and as long as you're willing to learn and you have the right attitude, there's always a space for you.
Any plans of bringing Theobroma to Calcutta?
Well, there is demand for our products in many cities, and we haven't gone down the franchising route. The fundamental thing is today we have about 54 outlets across India. We run and manage every single one of them. Every product that is sold at Theobroma is made in our kitchen. And this kind of obsession slows our growth. It helps us maintain quality, but it also slows our growth. And that's the cost we're willing to pay. So we're definitely growing. We're growing one city at a time. We don't want to bite off more than we can chew. And we're going to Hyderabad next. We'll go to Bangalore after that. And then, we'll keep going as long as Kainas can churn them out. We'll create shops for her.
How do you ensure your baking team stay with your brand?
Kainas, you want to do it?
I think that's again, it's a relationship you have to invest in. It's yes, part of it has to do with the salary, but it's not all that. It's how you look after your staff, how you deal with them on a day-to-day basis, how you treat them whilst they are with you. It's everything. I think staff, they don't ever leave the brand. They just leave a bad boss. It's you just have to learn. We've also made lots of mistakes, let go of staff sometimes, but we learn from it and move on.
Yeah, I agree. Tina and Kainas, what are your strengths and how different are you? Don't all fight to answer.
I think we have a good mix of Kainas's creativity and my sort of boring background. I think together we have a good skill.
I'm right here. It's not boring. It's integral to the business, my friend.
Absolutely. I think it's a very strong foundation to build a business on. I think we work well together. Our skills complement each other while not interfering in each other's pockets also. And we made it work, really, where we still fall short. Where we fall short, we try and get the expertise. And we are willing to learn. Even now, we are, our roles have evolved. What the business needs from us keeps evolving. And as that evolves, we keep changing and doing what the business needs. There was a time when we would clean tables and we would, my mom would make the brownies, and it really, we used to do the packaging ourselves. Now we have somebody to do it for us. So it is literally, what does the business need you to do? And you have to fit yourself to do that. Because there's nothing that you can just say doesn't come under my department or my area. For everything, you have to make it work.
Absolutely. Kainas, one advice to home bakers.
I think you have to not only love your product, but you have to make sure that your business gets a profit as well. So that's important. I think that balance is important for home bakers. I know as a home baker, when we started out, we used to never focus on that, and we learned. So it's lovely to be a home baker, but you must ensure that you have the balance of the financial. You have to be financially astute in your business as well.
I think also maintaining quality is very difficult. When you start off, the home baker is individually making every cake. We started out like that. But it very quickly, and it's very difficult to maintain. It's actually very easy, but it's also very difficult to maintain the quality once you scale up and you're making 200 cakes and 2,000 cakes. It is very difficult for every single cake to be of the same quality. And it's a continuous effort. We still put so much effort. In fact, I think Kainas puts more effort in just maintaining quality and quality check and quality control than anything else she does. But it's also the most important thing she does. It's the reason why people have been coming back to us for, the 16 years that we have been in business, because the products that we have been making for 16 years, they are still taste the same that they did 16 years ago as they taste today.
I think we've got, there's one new one. How did you all think of the name? Well, I'm going to say, get the book. It's all in there. Yes. But yeah, for those who joined late, the book is called Baking a Dream, the Theobroma story. And, of course, please go ahead and answer, but it is in there. So
it's exactly what you said. The entire story is in the book. Yeah. So get the book. Please buy the book.
Yeah, please buy the book. And I just want to say, it's full kudos to you guys. My mom the other day asked me, Gauri, do you guys make bread with seeds in it? Because, you know, I get mine from Theobroma. And I was like, Mom, yes, we make a bread with seeds. So you've got fans in my own family who you know, so if that's any endorsement.
Thank you.
But anyway,
Absolutely.
Malu, I
Yeah.
think we've answered all the questions.
Yes.
If there's anything else.
Yeah. Thank you so much. 3 successful entrepreneurs, women entrepreneurs, and 2 young upcoming entrepreneurs. It can't get better than this when it comes to inspiration. Thank you so much for this. And I'm going to ask Neela Parekh to say a few words before we wrap up. Thank you. Can you unmute yourself, Neela?
Yeah. Thank you, Gauri, Kainaz, and Tina. It was really good to hear your share. Good to hear you, and thank you for sharing your journey. It was a great session. Every one of you have a unique story, inspirational story. Gauri, your journey from corporate job to owner of finest restaurant of Mumbai is amazing. I've been enjoying your food every week in Alibag during lockdown. Kainaz and Tina, it was amazing to hear your entrepreneur journey from home baking to one of the finest cake shops and coffee shop in cafe in. It's very inspirational. Your jest for doing best is remarkable, and now your book, which will really inspire everybody to bake more. Anika and Vinisha, you are a budding entrepreneurs, and we wish to see you soaring high. Thank you once more for inspirational session. All the best to you, all of you. Thank you.
Thank you for inviting me.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you for having us.